What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today I have a very special guest in the house, the one and only
Queen Pegasus.
Welcome back, Mamacita. How you doing?
Good.
I act like we don't live together.
Yeah.
Anyways, Simon and Garfunkel, what do you know?
I don't know anything.
Okay. So I thought I didn't know anything about Simon and Garfunkel because the name is kind of wild, right? Now this homie right here, actually I should pull up the screen so people can see it, but that's Paul Simon and that's Garfunkel. Okay. Anyways, Sound of Silence.
I don't know what Sound of Silence is.
You don't know that song?
No.
And the bit there, I think this is like one of their biggest ones. Dun, dun, Mrs. Robinson. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, hey, hey. I'm butchering that.
Okay. I might know it if you actually play it.
And Sound of Silence is Hello, Darkness, my old friend.
Oh, yeah. That's in Trolls.
Yo! That's wild. Do you see how music translates, you guys? Like I was telling you guys how I was introduced to Beach Boys through Kids Bop. I had never really heard the Beach Boys. I heard
Kids Bop? Really?
Yeah, when I was young, because we were on a military bit and they'd had like these Kids Bop shows on AFN. So anyways, yeah, it's just funny. But today I'm kind of introducing her to Simon and Garfunkel because if the only way you know of Simon and Garfunkel is through Trolls, that's crazy. That's insane. But that's coming from me, you guys, the dude who literally has been introduced to a lot on this channel. So I just thought this was fun. There is no method behind the madness of showing her this one over others. Let's just get into it. If you're here for a first-time reaction, like, share, comment, subscribe, and welcome back to the channel.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, 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 welcome back. 40.
All right, you guys, I got the logo down, pulling the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. We're doing a new series called Inside the Reaction. And on this series, my first interview is with Neil Giraldo. Yes, writer, songwriter, creator with Pat Benatar. Was a part of writing all the hits with Pat Benatar. And I got Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, 30 million albums sold plus. I got an interview with him. It's really dope. And I got to do a first-time reaction with him watching my reaction to Hell is for the Children. So be on the lookout for all this cool stuff on the way on the channel, doing a bunch of dope stuff. But hey, let's get into it. If anyone wants access to the reactions early, we do have a membership. There's a link in the description. All you got to do is tap that, and there's a big catalog of reactions, and I update it every single day. Other than that, thank you for your support. Huge shout out to all the members on the channel. Let's get this show on the road. We're watching this from Simon and Garfunkel's official YouTube, so please go over there and listen to it without us. What we do isn't a substitute. We always want to support the original. And let's go. You ready?
Yep.
Simon and Garfunkel, my dear.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Get rough and from
Do you have anything to say before I just yap it up?
No.
Okay. I normally don't stop a reaction for me to talk when I've already but as I'm re-listening to this, it means so much to me. And I wanted to tell you this. I wanted to tell this to you.
Okay.
That first verse is how I feel for you and the kids.
Oh.
You know, he said, if you feel small, if there's tears, basically, you know, I want you to feel seen. But he's also saying, like, I take it like like a bridge. I will lay down like a bridge over troubled waters. I would lay down my life for you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
But I'm just saying, like, when I reheard that and I'm listening to it with you here, I just was like, yeah, I would dedicate something. And my thing is, like, when you make dedications, it's because both of you like the song, you know.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know that you like this song or not, but I was just saying that's how I feel towards you and our kids, for sure. So anyways.
That's very sweet.
When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your
I have to laugh.
Why?
So first, there's like a part in there that he sounds like Mayor Hawthorne to me,
Okay.
which I mean I love Mayor Hawthorne, so he's got a very good voice. Second verse, it's getting a little emotional because he was talking about being there for someone like during their pain or whatever, and like I think he said taking their hand or laying there, something like that. And it just reminded me after we lost Huey, and you know how like we fell asleep, but then I woke up and I was like screaming, crying, and you had to come lay in the bed with me and like be there for me. And it's like you laid down everything just to be there for me for that time in our lives. I mean, you had to do it twice.
Yeah.
So that part of the song really got me. But then I felt like the third verse was like uplifting all of a sudden. I was like, wait, what's happening? I went from like devastation to like, oh, okay. It's silver woman. That's what he said? Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't sure where you were going to go. So when you said that you started laughing, like now I understand.
I laugh before I get really nervous, talk about being emotional.
You're basically trying to hide your emotion. And I did that in that Dolly Parton reaction.
Yes.
But then it just ended up getting totally worse.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You know, I couldn't
that was
contain
a crazy
it.
One.
But well, that's a beautiful feeling to get from a song like this, which sometimes it's hard for me to read you. So that's why I was silent at the end, because I just wanted you to open up to the audience and let us know how you're authentically feeling after hearing what I feel like is it's a really powerful song.
It was super powerful.
And as I re-listen to it, I really do feel that way.
I was getting goosebumps during the second.
And see, that's what's interesting about your reactions. I pause and I'm like, yo, I got goosebumps, blah, blah, blah. Like I'm very communicative, and you're just in taking it. And then a lot of times I feel like you let it out and tell us at the end. So I appreciate that. I'm not trying to interpret what you heard for yourself. So you just punch in and say how you felt. But you absolutely, in my opinion, hit it on the head, because it's almost like the third verse was like the silver lining, and I almost see like a flower growing, like, you know, like the sunlight, and like all these different things are happening, because it's telling you like, hey, I'm going to be your rock. I'm going to be here for you. And then after being there, you know, there was light at the end of the tunnel, kind of. You know, just that's like a very surface level interpretation. It could mean a lot emotionally. But I didn't know you would interpret it in that way.
I don't know why. That's instantly what I thought of was that moment.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm sure that wasn't easy for you, but you had to just put everything to the side and just come be there for me.
It was a difficult time we went through, for sure. You know, it was, and we've talked about this, so if you guys are curious, we had 2 stillborn births, you know, and for people who get that confused, it's not a miscarriage. You go through the full process of delivering a baby. You know, our first was right around that 6.5 month mark, and the other one was around 6 months. So that's a reoccurring thing that we deal with in our relationship. It was very traumatic, and sometimes that comes out in these songs, if you're wondering what we're talking about. But at that time in our life, my concert company had just started to take off, and I just started being successful with my, you know, that was the first time I've been successful in my life in around 2015, starts doing good in 2016, it starts taking off. And that's when we lost our firstborn. So I was really torn, because on one hand, I'm having all this financial success, but in our, you know, we just got married, you know, we're trying to grow our family, we're starting to try to have children, and we lost our first 2. It was just it was really trying, especially because I'm up late running events, but then trying to be home for her as well. And so it's just like, it was a very interesting time. So her bringing that back, it's also memories and thoughts that I kind of detach from and compartmentalize, so that I can move forward and be successful and provide for them now. But when you go back and say that, you know, and then when I see you get upset, I instantly, like, a tear will fall, just because that's like, it's just natural, you know, to have those type of feelings, you know.
Well, even in like my EMDR therapy, that was like one of the strongest memories that I couldn't get through, because it was like the height of the pain, you know, when it was all said and done with. So even for me to be able to speak about it and connect a song to it and like feel upset but feel thankful for you is like a huge, huge thing.
Yeah, it's interesting, because she got me to go to she could, like, I'm still like, I won't go to therapy type of person, you know, but I did go to couples therapy with her for a little bit, you know.
Well, that's because you made me go to therapy, which was good, because I was.
Yeah, she was losing it, y'all. Like, it got pretty dark. And
and then we did couples together.
yeah.
But it was more. It wasn't. It was just because we needed to for losing the babies.
Yeah, I think it
Because
was.
I feel like it helped because I didn't fully understand like what you were going through, and you didn't fully understand. And I felt like we each had our own therapists understand us, and then help us understand each other.
Yeah, I felt like, you know me, I felt like I didn't need to, but I think when it happened overall, there was a net positive.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I think it was good, and overall, if we had to do it again, I think that was the way. It was good to just, because we don't have family like to really talk to like that. You had your mom, but it's like, it's just different. I don't have family. I don't really have anyone to put these burdens on like that. I'll rant to my friends. So it was helpful. It was helpful at some capacity. But anyways, we kind of went off the beaten track, but I think that's what good music and art does to you. It touches your soul. And I'm glad that I could put her in front of something like this and it actually reached her. If I'm being honest, I go into these reactions blind and I'm seeing her not make any motion or just like stone face. I don't know what she's going to say or how she's going to feel. You could just be like, I don't like this. But hey, man, there you go. Simon and Garfunkel, Do It Again. Bridge Over Troubled Water, one of the most powerful joints. And the way they sung it, like, you know, we're talking about the lyrics, but the reason the lyrics reached us is because the vocals were so beautiful.
Voice.
They're angelic.
Yeah.
So anyways, let's know what we got, what we missed. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ.